Welcome to the first Westfield Promise recognition ceremony. My name is Ryan Mearsman, and I have the pleasure of being the Early College Access Coordinator here at the university. I know this is a very busy time of year, especially for high school seniors and for those of us also here, gearing up for commencements and graduation ceremonies in the coming days and weeks, and that not all of our students could be here due to these busy schedules. So I'm truly thankful that you've been able to take the time to be present, reflect on your accomplishments, and celebrate with us. This is a special occasion for all of us in this room, especially if you are a champion of one of our students here. And by that, I mean a parent, a guardian, an aunt, uncle, grandparent, neighbor, friend. So thank you. In some way, big or small, you supported your student through this experience, and you should also be proud. College can be quite the journey for those who support their student as much as it is for those students themselves. So I think for all the champions in the room, they deserve a round of applause. I also want to acknowledge some folks in the room who, without their support and dedication to this program, we would not be here today. Over 4 years ago, conversations with then principal of Westfield Technical Academy, Stefan Zaporowski, about developing an early college pathway for his students started this endeavor that we now call the Westfield Promise. Superintendent Zaporowski could not be here this evening, but I want to thank him for his unwavering support. Westfield State Trustee and Assistant Superintendent of Springfield Public Schools, Lydia Martinez, you ushered in this program into Springfield, and we are so grateful for your commitment and to continue growing the program in your district. And Superintendent Drake and Mickey Buell of Holyoke Public Schools, your efforts to align early college with your high school redesign made space for the Westfield Promise to immediately see success in your district. I would also like to acknowledge our high school principals. If you're here, please give a wave. Dr. Stephen Mahoney of Holyoke High, Ms. Diane Bauer of the High School of Commerce in Springfield, Mr. Charles Jindryzik of Westfield High School, and Mr. Joseph Langoni of Westfield Technical Academy. Thank you for your leadership and guidance in creating the space needed for early college to thrive in your schools. I often call the Westfield Promise and my job disruptive. Bridging the gap between high school and college through this program upsets the traditional order of things and the relationship between K-12 and higher education. This program is making us rethink the way we do things, and we could not be making these strides without leadership to do so here on campus as well. I thank Dr. Diane Prusank, Provost and Vice President of Academic Affairs, for providing the space for creativity and your support of our early college students. From the registrar's office to admissions, support services, the urban education program, and everywhere in between, the campus has embraced this program and its students. Although he'll be introduced in a moment, I would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge the person whose vision took the program to new heights. When President Torresia arrived in the winter of 2016, he brought a passion for early college with him, named our program, and pushed us to expand to more schools in order to develop the deep partnerships we now have with some of the region's most vibrant communities. Because of that push, there are more students sitting here tonight with bright futures ahead of them, made brighter having taken on this challenge. Speaking of students, I hope you all got those last-minute assignments in yesterday and that the spring semester was a success for you. At this time in the spring of 2017, you were just about to complete your 10th grade year, and you had signed up for this new initiative, the Westfield Promise. When I met most of you, you were shy and uncertain about what was in store for you. Many of you thought, oh, I'm going to do this so I can earn some college credits and get into the college that I want to get into. It'll be easy. And some of you really had no idea why you were doing this, just that a teacher or a counselor or maybe a parent said, you should do early college, and pushed you to do so. Sent your first overnight orientation, staying upstairs here in this building on a hot August day and night, keeping me up all night. I will never let you live that down. I have watched you all become the confident young adults who I know will take this early college experience and use it to your advantage as you go on to pursue degrees and careers in fields that you love. During your 11th grade stretch year, you laid a foundation for college success, working with the best high school and university faculty. Stretch faculty, if you're here, please rise. Any Stretch faculty here? I know that you are here. I saw Mrs. Biancuso, Mr. Casey. Students, without these faculty and your lead counselors, who also deserve a round of applause. Without the dedication of these folks and their constant communication with you and with me, you would not have arrived on campus for your 12th grade courses as prepared as you were. So make sure to thank them tonight. I want you to also know that you hold a special place both at this university and with me as our first Westfield Promise cohort. Every day through your successes and your challenges, you've inspired me. Many of you will be the first in your family to go on to complete a college degree. You come from diverse backgrounds and experiences, and those lived experiences have helped shape what the Westfield Promise is today and what it will be going forward. This program was created in part to increase the college completion rates in Massachusetts, and I hope that you will use this experience to unlock your potential. You are full of promise, as our program name points out. I challenge you to continue working hard, to go on and earn those degrees, and to land your dream job and be the best person that you can be. If there's a barrier in front of you, I have no doubt that you now have the tools to build the support network that you need to get over that hurdle. You have paved the way for our future students in this program, and I thank you for taking on this challenge. Congratulations on all that you have achieved just ahead of high school graduation. I look forward to some of you standing up here next year and speaking to our early college students then. I would now like to invite up Dr. Stephanie Sanchez. Dr. Sanchez is the interim dean of the College of Graduate and Continuing Education at Westfield State, where the Westfield Promise resides. Dr. Sanchez.
Thank you, Ryan. And let me adjust. I'm not that tall. Ryan, can you help me make sure? Can you all hear me? Okay, we'll be fine then. Thank you again, Ryan. And again, my name's Stephanie Sanchez. I'm the interim dean for the College of Graduate and Continuing Education here at Westfield State. And I am just so honored and humbled to be here in your presence this evening, and a huge welcome on behalf of our entire institution. We are so glad to have you as our first cohort of Westfield Promise students. And I also want to take a brief moment to just also acknowledge and think that it's not just on the students. We know that this has probably impacted many of you here in the room. As Ryan said, you're champions. So I just want to also thank all of your support, your family, your teachers, faculty members, guidance counselors. We know that you didn't go it alone, and we appreciate all that you have done. Tonight's really a special night. We want to recognize and celebrate your achievements of our very first cohort of Westfield Promise students. It's certainly not an easy task to take on college coursework, especially while you're balancing a very busy high school schedule as well as life outside of school, but you have all done that. Each and every one of you are an outstanding example of what someone can achieve through hard work, determination, and perseverance. As the interim dean for graduate and continuing education, I commend you on the academic achievement you have earned yourselves through Westfield State. The knowledge and experiences you have gained in your time as a Westfield State or a Westfield Promise student will serve you well, as already this sets you apart from many of your other peers. Whether you attend Westfield State University although we hope you do attend Westfield State University. Or another institution, I, like Ryan, am very confident and know that you're prepared to continue your educational journey in earning your college degree. And I want to also extend my congratulations on this outstanding achievement. I also want to take a brief moment to recognize the hard work, efforts, and leadership of our Early College Access Coordinator, Ryan Mearsman. He acknowledged a lot of other members in this room that made this possible, but it would be remiss if we didn't go ahead and acknowledge Ryan. And whether or not you know, he has been a champion behind each and every one of you this entire way. I've seen him present at high schools when this first initiated, to planning events like this one tonight, to coordinating courses and where the courses will be here on campus and with high school faculty. He has done a lot of work, and just to make sure, he's very passionate about this, to ensure that you have a meaningful college experience. So I want to applaud Ryan and acknowledge this for him. So if you could please join me. And again, my sincerest and deepest congratulations to each and every one of you for all of the hard work and efforts that you've put in thus far. And I know that you will do extremely well moving into the future. It is now my privilege to introduce the president of Westfield State University, Dr. Ramon Torcia. President Torcia is a seasoned leader committed to increasing our student retention, reshaping the university's community presence, and developing a culture of renewed philanthropy. As Ryan mentioned, he began his tenure here in the winter of 2016, and he previously served as a professor, provost, vice president for academic affairs at California State University, Dominguez Hills. President Torcia currently serves on the board for several other agencies. He's also earned his bachelor's and master's in sociology from Portland State University and his PhD from the University of Wisconsin-Madison. Among his many accomplishments during his 3 years, President Torcia led the formation of the university's signature student engagement initiative, the Westfield State Experience, as well as the Westfield Promise. Please join me in welcoming President Torcia. Thank you.
Thank you, Stephanie. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Westfield State University, and welcome to this very first recognition ceremony of the Westfield Promise. I wanted to thank you for joining us as we celebrate the accomplishments of these brave young men and women who took advantage of an opportunity to feel and to discover what college life is about. As Ryan said, when I came to Westfield State University to interview, actually in this very room, I talked about my dream of starting an early college program. And that was followed by a question, why? Why do you want to start an early college program? For what purpose? And I thought about my own trajectory to college. And I thought about that I did not know what college was going to be like. I was the first one in my family to go to college. My mom, my father, they didn't speak English. They did not know what an admissions form or application was like, or a financial aid form. So I spent a lot of my time thinking about how does college really works. And so an early college program provides an opportunity for students to learn about college before they get to college, to learn about how admissions work, how financial aid works, what it's like to meet with a professor, what it's like to meet with him or her in her or his office hours. How does it feel to be in a college environment? This socialization in the college or college culture, it's really valuable and can really make a difference in the students' lives once you do attend college. Second, an early college program such as Westfield Promise forces our institution to be ready for our students. Usually institutions ask the questions, are Are students ready for college? Well, an early college program asks the institution, are we ready for the students? Third, Westfield Promise keep us and our commitment to accessibility and affordability in check. It is great that many of you were able to take courses for very little cost. I think there was no tuition to these courses. So you were given the opportunity to amass a number of credits that we will take with you in your college career. And finally, I knew coming in that I wanted to work with school districts in Holyoke and also in Springfield, thereby extending the opportunity of college to a more diverse population. So shortly after I arrived, I also learned about this conversation that was going on between Dean Tinkerman and then Principal Zaporowski. He was at the Westfield Technical Academy. And if I'm not mistaken, there was already a pilot information. I think Professor Welsh from mathematics was one of the very first on the faculty to pair with a faculty at the Westfield Academy in teaching the stretch course. So I said to Dean Tinkerman, we have to expand this program. And she said, but we have no money. And I said, well, we'll find the money. We'll write some grants. And so we expanded the program. We gave the program a name, Westfield Promise. And we recruited our partners in Springfield, Holyoke, and Westfield. And here I wanted to stop, and I wanted to thank the school districts. I wanted to thank the principals, the faculty, for your commitment, for what you've done in this program. I also wanted to acknowledge, as Ryan said, the champions, parents, friends, supporters that partner with us in getting your students as part of the Westfield Promise. And it is true that every program needs a champion, and as Dr. Sanchez said, Ryan is our champion. And you may not know this, but Ryan taught 8th grade. So in talking to Dean Tinkerman, I said, she was running most of the program, and she said, I need help, and I know exactly who I'm going to put in that person. And Ryan was the person selected to carry this program forward, and he has done an extraordinary job. And I'm excited to announce today that other school districts in West Springfield and Ag 1 will join the Westfield Promise starting 2020. We are also working with Chicopee and hoping that they will jump and be part of the Westfield Promise family. Now, the Westfield Promise is becoming a model for the Commonwealth. Last month, the chair of the Board of Higher Education, Chris Gabrielli, came to Westfield State to learn about the Westfield Promise on the ground. And he left really impressed with the work that our faculty and the faculty in the high schools are doing with our students. And he was also very excited that we have plans to expand this program. Now, speaking of success, I wanted to talk briefly about the success of the 75 students that we are recognizing here today. You are ahead of your peers because of your participation in the Westfield Promise. And I hope that all of you are going to come to Westfield State. But if you don't, I ask you to remember that your college experience is started with the Westfield Promise. Congratulations. Thank you.
All right, so my name is Suli. I am the advisor for this program. I haven't worked too closely with this cohort because I just started in March, but my role would have been to work closely with you guys and help you guys and go to the schools and classes and things like that. But what I'm gonna do here today is just read the names. You're going to come up. Ryan's going to give you your certificate. You're going to come walk across and take a picture with the provost, okay? I'm going to start first with Holyoke High School. If there's any faculty, counselors, the principal that want to come up and greet and shake hands with the students. Yeah, right over here. Okay. Matthew Sazipio.
Thank you.
Christian Delgado. Darius Diaz. Rosalie Figueroa. Dominic Garcia. Brandon Leahy. Devin Martinez. Jalen Olivero. Jose Rivera. Juan Rodriguez. Jared Rodriguez. Keisha Rosado. Congrats. Okay, and now we're going to move on to the High School of Commerce. If there's any faculty and staff and counselors, principals that would like to come up. Shamso Abdullahi. Kaisheli Almeida. Giorgio Arriaga. Johannesty Dixon. Eric Garcia Bones. Tia Henry. Thais Limardo. Adonis Liriano. Jeremy Miranda Rivas. Oza Nunali. Aníbal Padilla. Mitchell Parks. Ileana Perez. Janelis Rivera Sayas. All right, thank you. Now moving on to Westfield High School. If there's any faculty, principals, guidance counselors from Westfield High School that would like to come up. Anusha Azar. Ashlyn Baran. Tiana Bonilla. Amelia Brown. Emmanuel Cintron. Bailey Collier. Nathan Dion. Ethan Flaherty. Kevin Hayes. Megan Heath. Victoria Hosmer. Madeline Gemiolo. Ruth Kanunchuk. Vanessa Kanunchuk. Ashley Lawrence. Anthony Rivera. Madison Sampi. Gabrielle Tyler. Miguel Vasquez Jr. Okay.
Thank you.
Yes. Right. Okay. Thank you. Now we're going to go on to Westfield Tech. So if there's any faculty, counselors, teachers that would like to come up. Okay. Angela Alexopoulos. Julia Babinova. Anastasia Buttering. Jared Fournier. Enaidi Garcia. Jeremy Orr. Caitlin Jeffers. Matthew Judd. Damon Lansing. Sarah Liptek. Shayla Martinez. Keely Mayer. Cooper Mueller. Caitlin Murphy. Jocelyn Rodriguez. Edward Towers. And Raven Turun. And that is it. Back to Ryan. Thank you.
You know, it was a big, huge step, from high school, but, it's getting me ready for college, now I know, what a little bit of a taste college is. Yeah, and now I know what to expect.
It actually went very well. I like the experience and how like the classes were and the professors were engaged with us, and the backbone of everybody helping us and pushing us towards this program and getting those early college credits, and just being like kind of like a big family, just like having that support through, like, if we ever need help or any, talk to somebody, like, Ryan, she's there, like everybody's there to help us, especially our professors as well.
This is like the culmination of 2 years of some really hard work by students and staff from 2 different institutions, and to see like these students who I saw as not very confident little juniors, who didn't really see themselves as college students or understand what college is all about, to see them walk across the stage and be super confident in their ability to go to college is really gratifying. There's 10 Holyoke High School students who are actively ready and willing to pursue higher education who otherwise might not have. And so I think, without hyperbole, 10 lives might have been changed or improved, and that's a responsibility that is humbling but super cool, and makes me really happy to have been even a small part of.
It's a very stressful process, but I got through it. So it's very relieving now that I'm just finished and I got everything done.
I'm feeling excited, the program's great, like, for getting extra credits. Even if you're not going for like Westfield State, like, it's great. It's like a head start. It's a great accomplishment in my life, just like be here and like to know that like I already completed some college credits, it makes you feel good.